This video I will show the steps to create a React application right from the installation of the create React app. So we go to the Node.js command prompt. So I'm on the C drive. I need to go to the D drive as I have a folder there called React apps. In this folder I want to create my React applications. So I'm in the React apps folder now. I'm installing the command, the package create React app, which is used to create React applications. So the command is npm install create React app, and this is installed globally so that this package create React app is available to me globally. So okay, next I want to create a folder called R3 in the React apps folder inside the current folder where which will actually be having the React app application. R3 is a React app application. Now npx is the command I'm using. npx is used to execute packages. So create React app is being executed. App, okay, and the name of the app I'm creating. Okay, I'm creating R3. I told you earlier, a folder called R3 will be created. Okay, so that will be a folder called R3 will be created. So d:\n React apps R3, and it will have all the files which are needed in a React app application, a basic React app application. Okay, a React app is actually made up of components, and there is an HTML file in a folder called public. Okay, the file is index.html. There is another folder called src. Now this src folder has all the components. It also has the CSS files which are used for styling the content of the components. So basically a component can be a function component or a class component. So in a function component, it is the content which will be outputted by a component, that is JSX, will be returned by the function. Whereas in the class component we have got some methods in the class. Okay, one of the methods is render. Now this render method will be used to return the JSX. Okay, JSX is the HTML, which is in XML format. Okay, it is HTML which is in XML format. Yeah, we are done. We got the folder called R3 already created. So we need to run these commands cd R3 and npm start. Okay, so to start the React applications. So I can do that from here, but I'll prefer to do that in a Visual Studio. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll close this. Okay, the last two commands need to be executed, cd R3 and npm start. Okay, in that order. So I'll open VS Code and I open the folder R3. Okay, it's on the D drive, React apps R3. Okay, yeah, and as I had told earlier, okay, it's already opened. We have a node modules which has all the packages which have been installed. Then there is a public folder which has got this file index.html. Okay, it has got a div. Okay, id is equal to root, which is the location where all the components are actually shown, and we have the src folder where all the components are stored and the CSS file, as I had told earlier. Okay, so one of the components is app.js. Okay, now it's a function component, so we have a function app. Okay, associated with it is a CSS file. Okay, app.css, which is the file just above it in the folder. Then we have got index.js. okay, which is the file which is to be modified if I need to change the outputs. Okay, and the package.json file which has got the entry most important which we need to know right now is the entry called scripts. Okay, and in the scripts, okay, we have got an entry called start, and that start is having the value react scripts start. Okay, and I need to go to the terminal, and in the terminal I need to type the command npm start. Okay, this is exactly mapping the entry here, the entry in the scripts in the package.json file. So when I do that, when I do npm start, it will start the React application on the browser. I'll just take you to the terminal. This is the terminal. Actually, I ran the command npm start, and after that it has given this output. Everything is fine now. When you get this entry webpack compiled successfully, means the output is there on the browser. Yeah. So this is the React application. So what I'll do now is I'll just create one component. And where do I create the components? The components have to be created in the src folder. I'll just close all the files which are open. Okay, and we go to the src folder. So in the src folder, okay, I select the src folder and click on new file, and this file, this component, I will call it ccricketer. So capital C. Okay, so please, the file name should start with a capital because it is a class actually which is actually getting created. Even if you're creating a function component, stick to the first alphabet of the file as a capital. Yeah, so I've done this. Now I will use a function component. For this I will type add cc. Okay, this is the snippet I'm using. Yeah, so as I said earlier, there is a class called cricketer getting created. Okay, this is a class component, and it has a method called render. Okay, the method is still here. Okay, and the class is the whole thing. Okay, and the class is exported. It will be imported in the folder where it will be displayed. So, and we are returning this value. Okay, there's a method called render here, and it is returning this value div cricketer. Now this is JSX, div cricketer, this is JSX. Okay, so that's it. I will create another component called, so I click on src because I want my files to be stored in this folder, and I will create another component. This one I will call it cricketer1, CIC. Okay, again I'm calling, my first alphabet is capital. Okay, cricketer1.js. Okay, this I will create as a function component. So I'm typing RFC. The previous time I have done RCC. Okay, so RFC will create a function component. So this is a function, and the same thing. Being a function, it doesn't have methods inside it. It's just returning a value. So it is returning whatever is inside this parenthesis, and that is JSX cricketer1. So next I will go to app.js. In app.js, I'll remove everything which is there inside. There's a div. The div is having a header and some logo, which is the default which is shown. This is what is shown. That is this is the return value of this function. Okay, so I'm removing this all this thing. I'll just keep the main div. Okay, so and next what I'll do is I will create a I will put my cricketer here, cricketer component which I have created, and the other one is cricketer1 component which I created. Cricketer1. Okay, these two components, but I need to import them. So I am importing cricketer from cricketer and importing the cricketer1. Cricketer1. Okay, so this ./cricketer, that's a file, cricketer.js, this file. Okay, and ./cricketer1 is actually the other file, cricketer1.js. Okay, so that's it, it's done. Now if I take you to the browser output, I get the two components. This is cricketer and the output of the first component, and cricketer1 the output of the second component. Now just look at the two components. Cricketer, it's returning div cricketer, and cricketer1 is returning the div cricketer1. So that's it.